Gabby, the happy holiday girl. Who says you have to wait until certain times of the year to get to celebrate? When every day's a holiday, we can combat stress and have more opportunities to have fun with our friends and family. Come, celebrate with me, and together we can live a holiday life. Hey, what's going on, holiday lifers? It's your girl Gabby, and I am so excited about today's trivia podcast episode. Today is National Cookie Day. Cookies, I don't know who doesn't love them. I know I am just in love with everything from chocolate chip cookies to macadamia nut cookies. Oh my gosh, the list goes on. So exciting. So let's not delay. Get ready to play. Today is National Cookie Day. Question number 1. It's a movie question. Where does this quote come from? Here, take a cookie. I promise by the time you're done eating it, you'll feel right as rain. Is it A, The Hangover, B, Juno, C, The Breakfast Club, or D, The Matrix? Where does this movie quote come from? And here's the quote. Here, take a cookie. I promise by the time you're done eating it, you'll feel right as rain. Is it A, The Hangover, B, Juno, C, The Breakfast Club, or D, The Matrix? And the answer is D, The Matrix. Now, the rabbit hole with The Matrix gets pretty deep, guys, but sci-fi.stackexchange.com says it was important to strengthen Neo's belief as he had absolute free will in the Matrix. In essence, the cookie was perhaps Oracle's pill to strengthen his belief system so that when he would eventually realize that he is the one, his self-belief would be much stronger than his previous iterations. On to question number 2. It's another quote question. Who said this? Today, me will live in the moment, unless it's unpleasant, in which case me will eat a cookie. Was it A, Patrick Star from SpongeBob SquarePants, B, the Cookie Monster from Sesame Street, C, Homer Simpson from The Simpsons, or D, Yoda from Star Wars? Once again, question number 2 is a quote question. Who said this? Today, me will live in the moment, unless it's unpleasant, in which case me will eat a cookie. Was it A, Patrick Star from SpongeBob SquarePants, B, the Cookie Monster from Sesame Street, C, Homer Simpson from The Simpsons, or D, Yoda from Star Wars? And the answer is B, the Cookie Monster from Sesame Street. Wikipedia.org reports that Cookie Monster is a Muppet character on the long-running children's television show Sesame Street. He is best known for his voracious appetite and his famous eating phrases such as "me want cookie," "me eat cookie," and nom 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 nom." He eats almost anything, including normally inedible objects. And for the real Cookie Monster lovers out there, you can find his public profile page on Facebook. And now it's time for our fun fact of the day. Did you know that there's an entire poem dedicated to animal crackers? It's by Christopher Morley, who lived in 1890 to 1957. He was an American humorist, playwright, poet, essayist, and editor. Head on over to my sister podcast, A Holiday Life, for more information about today's holiday and become a holiday lifer. I also have a website, aholidaylife.com, where I give out a free monthly activity calendar full of activities for each holiday. So head on over to aholidaylife.com now for more podcast and free fun. And now it's time for question number 3. It's food history. Who created the first chocolate chip cookie? Was it A, Pepperidge Farm, B, Little Debbie, C, Toll House, or D, Famous Amos? Once again, this is a food history question. Who created the first chocolate chip cookie? Was it A, Pepperidge Farm, B, Little Debbie, C, Toll House, or D, Famous Amos? And the answer is A, Brownies.com says, according to the story, in the 1930s, Ruth Wakefield, inventor of the Toll House cookie, added pieces of a chocolate bar into her cookie batter, thinking the chocolate would melt. When it didn't, chocolate chip cookies were born. Although her not knowing whether the chocolate would melt or not is up for debate because Wakefield was an expert baker, Brownies.com continues to say that cookies were invented after much testing and experimenting during one of Wakefield's college food chemistry classes. Question number 4. It's true or false. The world's largest cookie was 20,000 pounds. Once again, true or false. The world's largest cookie was 20,000 pounds. And the answer is false. Of course, a cookie wouldn't be that heavy. It would be heavier. Foodandwine.com reports the Immaculate Baking Company made the giant 754 square meter or 8,120 square foot chocolate chip cookie in Flat Rock, North Carolina in May of 2003. Weighing 40,000 pounds, it had a 101-foot diameter. It was made with 12,200 pounds of flour, 6,525 pounds of butter, and 5,000 pounds of white sugar, 3,370 pounds of brown sugar, 10 gallons of vanilla, and 6,000 pounds of chocolate chunks. Wow. And now it's time for question number 5, our last question of the day. It's a word question. Where did cookies get their name from? Was it A, the French, B, the Dutch, C, the British, or D, the Polish? Once again, question number 5, it's a word question. Where did cookies get their name from? Was it A, the French, B, the Dutch, C, the British, or D, the Polish? And the answer is B, the Dutch. Brownies.com says the word cookie comes from the Dutch word koekie, meaning small cake. In the 19th century, the British started calling them biscuits. So, how did you do? Did you get 3 or more out of today's 5 trivia questions correct? If so, you're definitely a holiday lifer, and I'm sure when you get home from school today, your mom or dad is going to reward you with a whole plate full of freshly baked cookies. Yum. If you like today's podcast and want more information about today's holiday, subscribe to A Holiday Life podcast on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcast from. I have a new podcast released daily, filled with fun ways you can celebrate the holiday of the day. You can follow more trivia by following me on social media by using @AHolidayLife on Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest, and by using @AHolidayLife podcast on Instagram. I hope you continue to enjoy the holidays, stay safe, and live a holiday life. I'll talk to you tomorrow.